Hey, welcome to the live. This is Jonesy, and we're just testing out a new setup. And g'day, Andy. If you are listening and you're there, good on you, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're feeling no pain where you are right now. So let's hope that's the case. All right, so I'm in the studio. I'm just playing with a different setup, and we're sort of testing it out. Just seeing if things run smoothly, which apparently sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But it is good to see you, Andy. Hope you're fit and well. Hope you're for all the years Andy's in the or he's somewhere where he's getting fixed up and looked after in the hospital, and let's hope that operation went well and the recovery time is fast and you're home very, very soon. So just give me a minute or so here. I'm just okay. So there's a new feature I did not know. There's a new feature on setting up the live, and yeah, it just talks about ads, and I just clicked that, but I didn't monetize the live, and it's already monetized because I clicked that ad button. So that's something new and something different. Alrighty, let's have a look. What we got? Got two wonderful people tuning in. It is strange. I've moved a few things around. The way the glare hits the way the glare is on those signs there, that's how the monitor looks when I sit on that side of the room. So I've moved everything to the other side of the studio, and without putting a blind up. Obviously, with the view, you don't need a blind unless you're doing YouTube, of course, playing on the computer. Now we're going. Let's just test something out here. Hey, that's a cool look. We won't be doing that. Ace, good to see you, Ace, and yeah, good morning, welcome, and I hope you're well. I'm just testing out a few things. I'm sure you're. I don't know what time it is over there now with all the daylight savings changes, and even next week it's going to change again for us here. So yeah, and yeah. So if I move that to there, okay. Um. Okay, so that's not what I wanted. Alrighty, so if I move around the webcam, I'm using a different webcam. It seems to be working. All right, let me just say welcome in, everybody. G'day, Andy, the Odd Collective, Ace. Good to see you. And yeah, everyone else who tunes into the replay, welcome. It's been a cool, fresh morning. temperature here. Currently, it's, what is it, night, just after 9 a.m. It is 12 Celsius. We're getting to 22 degrees by lunchtime. And in autumn now, this time of the year, we notice the fall weather is fresh in the morning, warms up to a beautiful hot day, and then falls away from say 4 or 5 in the evening. The coolness starts coming back. So we're at that stage of our weather cycle. The water temperature at the beach is changing as well. We were told the weather pattern is coming up now from the south, which is obviously the South Pole, and the water is cooling. So just be aware of the water temperature has changed quite a bit. So the local surf club has told us, be aware of that. So when you jump in, that was down there yesterday, and he was saying, get yourself this is what he said. He said, if you're going in for a swim, bring yourself like a 2 liter bottle of empty bottle of whatever you had, milk, juice, whatever, clean it out, fill it up with, go into the change rooms at the beach, fill it up with the hot water, leave it on your towel, go in for a swim around for as long as you want, come back out and pour that hot water straight over your body. And he said, you'll feel amazing. And I went, yeah, mate, I'll give that a try, but I haven't tried it yet. But today there was about 50 people in. They're called the Icebergers. They go in early in the morning and swim, splash about, do their thing, and then they come out. It's a bit of a social club, sit down and have their coffees and lattes and sit down over the there's a little cafe down there on the beach. As well, we've had you might have seen much of me recently. I've been pretty busy work-wise. I got a bit of a promotion / I'm a lot more busier. And in saying that, that's not a bad thing. I'm taking the work while I can get it. We've had a leak in the pipe under the house, so I've been in there trying to fix that. Still got a little bit more to do later today just to make sure everything that I've done so far is working. Just got to get back under the house and check all that out. At the side of the house, putting up a gravel path, and I've been busy doing that, trying to get that done ASAP for 2 reasons. One's for just the standard maintenance of the place, and the other one is the wallabies. Get rid of the grass, the wallabies disappear. And talking about disappearing wallabies, we got rid of most of them, but there is one left. We've named him Timmy. He's running around the backyard. And okay, so it is 5 Central Time. Wasn't sure whether to call it live at 5. But thanks, Ace. It changes for us again next week. So we'll work all that out next week. And 17 Celsius. You're getting nicer weather than me, Ace. At the moment, we are looking at the computer. Computer says temps are to drop. Let's have a look at this. What does it mean by that? Temperatures are to drop. It says a grim reminder that the, oh no, that's news. Did not need to watch news. Hey, the Big Red Bash is cancelled, Andy. If you're watching this, I just seen that flash up on the news. The Big Red Bash. That is a music gig out in the middle of Australia with the price of fuel. No wonder no one could afford to go. Let's have a look today. We're going to start as a low of 11, which we were only at 12 a minute ago, and a high of 21. Monday is going to be a low of 12 and a high of 19. Tuesday, a low of 14 and a high of 20. Wednesday will be a low of 19 and a low of 9 and a high of 19. So we're sort of down around the low 20s, early teens, high teens in the warmest part of the day. So we are cooling down now. Right now, the weather is cooling. That is here in Tasmania. Different regions of Tasmania as well have different temperatures. If you look at Hobart or Launceston, they're a little bit off the coastline, so they get warmer. What happened there? Something just popped up. So I'm still, yep. Arkansas is. Oh, I wonder if the weather thing works actually. And let's test it out. Type in the town or the area with the postcode. And let's see if this works. Let's see. Let's put in the weather and see if my Nightbot works here. It sure does. There you go. Weather for Bernie. Cloudy with a temperature of 57, which is 14 Celsius. Wind is blowing from the south-southwest. Well, there you go. We're going to get to a high of... no, it doesn't tell you high. It just tells you what it currently is. And for Ace in Morlington, I hope I said that right, is 56 and 13. So we're very close right now, Ace. We're pretty much the same, which is a bit bizarre considering you're on the other side of the planet. But and Andy, if you're trying to talk to Andy, has Andy said anything else? He's been in the John Hunter Hospital. He's had a massive operation, a pre-planned one, and he hasn't made another comment. He's probably got it on. He's listening. He's probably got nurses all around him. The beautiful nurses of the John Hunter are looking after my mate Andy. So hope Andy's looking after the nurses, because you don't want to get on Andy's grumpy side if they're listening. He's probably turned it off. I've seen one person just dropped out. And that was probably Andy. He said, I can't have these nurses here in my grumpy side. Yeah. So you're not over getting the freebies, Ace? Are you over there as well? With the regulars who do this sort of time slot, where everyone goes there and hope to win a free jam bottle or whatever they give away. So, yeah, I was just trying to get this this other camera to work. Still shooting too low. I don't even know if it's still connected. Let's have a look. It should be there. It's awfully angled way too low. Let's move this up. And there she goes. So it's always fun playing with. Here we go. Where are we? All right. So the other camera has decided to disconnect itself. Very temperamental, and it's not connected. Anyway, we'll just stick with this one. Yeah, so I've been putting a couple of little videos out when I get out and about. Been down the beach yesterday for doing my regular walks. Good news is that I had a full medical. Oh, it was a few weeks ago now. And you know when you have a full medical when you're over 60 and you think, what are they going to find wrong with me now? Well, apart from being obese and overweight, everything's fine. The computer dancing a bit. What's going on? Yeah, so apart from all that, life is good. So cannot complain. And then on top of that, I'm doing a lot more work. A few pounds, a lot of pounds actually are dropping off. And the busier I am, the more I do, and yeah, I just got to be more active. It's one thing you do when you sort of get to your middle stage of life, when you're not playing sport or you're not doing what you used to do. You're sort of just relaxing at home, and you're driving the car to wherever you need to go, and then you're stopping there, and when you stop there, you sort of don't do too much, and then you're get out and about. So I'm not sure what that little noise is. And it's coming back again and again. I'm going to have to disconnect something to see. Good for you for losing pounds. Is that how you spell losing? I always wondered if losing was one O or two O's. Let me have a look. And yes, Shawnee, I took your advice and got all this blood work done. And good news is that they found everything was good except blood pressure was a touch high. It could be better. He said, but come back in 4 weeks and we'll check it again. And yeah, even the doctor put me on the scales, and he said, I'm not sure if Andy's here. I hope he is, but he's had a hip replacement, and he's in that stage where they're trying to get him to move. So he's not a happy chappy. Or he might be a happy chappy. He might be trying to get home. But yeah, it's the reason for the move and the different sort of camera setup is that I moved the desk to the other side of the room. He wasn't home yesterday, and I haven't spoke to him today except for here. So he was talking about he's just got to be able to get up a couple of steps, and he will be out and about. Yeah. Well, let me get back to this. Since you've just arrived, Shawnee, let me get back to the start of the conversation. I'm just going to do this. I don't know if you're busy, Shawnee. You usually are, but there you go. But yeah, Demoose, good to see you, mate. Arlene, all these good people are popping in. And you're not over there trying to win a jar of jam, or are you there as well? I don't mind if you are. And did you know, Shawnee, when you go through StreamYard now, which I didn't realize, and it's got all the different settings when you're setting up your live, and it says ads. Tell me if the ads are getting bombarded. If you've got a heap of ads tuning in, because I just clicked it for the ads. I didn't monetize the live, but then I've gone over to Studio here on my other computer, and it says I am monetized. Monetization is on, and all I clicked was the ads button. So I don't know if that's a new feature, or am I okay? No ads. Oh, happy for you. It's all good. I'm just testing it out. There is the good man, Demoose. Good to see you, Demoose. Let's hope those parcels are arriving soon. Let me show you while you're here. Let me show you these. Like, look at these hats. Get closer. Getting closer. Now that reflects in the sunlight. Oh, sort of reflects. Camera won't get it. It stands out more in the sun than it does close up, but I wasn't happy with them, and I I asked them to be redone. And yeah, they sent me out another lot, and they were nearly identical. Got a whole stack of them here. They're going. They'll be going out to some of the channel members and other people. But there's some black ones up here. But I'm waiting on the newer versions. Even this here's a test sample, the one I got on my head. The hat is absolutely really good quality, but the logo thing's a bit dodgy as well. See, they all come the same. They all got that same. I don't know. And there's some other stuff here that I can show later on. Oh, there's a pop. I like these ones, but okay. Ladies and gentlemen, hey Kenneth, good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, the superstar of the YouTube gardening world is ready for your entertainment, and here she is. Oh, shit, I pressed the wrong button.
Hello, people of the
Okay.
world.
People of the world, welcome.
Good to see you today. At this early day for you.
Yeah, it's 9:30 a.m. over here.
Okay, that's not that early, I guess.
No, I've been up for a while. I've been busy,
You
unfortunately.
do wake up at like 6 in the morning for your work and stuff, right?
Yeah, probably that's the average. Maybe earlier sometimes, but yeah. How's about yourself? What time do you get out of bed? Because
Oh,
you're usually a late night roamer of the YouTube world.
so the sweet spot is 9 a.m. for sure. And then if I know we have activities going on, I have to be starting to try to get up at 7:30 to be out of the house by 8:30 usually if it's a day of those types of things.
Yeah, nice. And you got a bit of a cold, I hear.
It's getting hot and then cold. We had 70s and then 15 degrees. We have 32 degrees today and then 80 in 2 days. Huge swings around here.
Yeah, that's no good for your. That usually triggers colds and stuff. Hot and cold, hot and cold. I was saying that the local, they called the icebergers. They go swimming in the morning down at the beach at 7 a.m.
Mhm.
And the water temperature now, the weather pattern now comes from the south. So South Pole weather, the cold air and the
Oh.
water, everything heads this way. And we're at the top of it. So we're South Pole's at the bottom of the island, and for it to get to us, and we're sort of around it, we're sort of in a good position for that. We're sort of the last ones to cop it, but yeah, we got told yesterday by the lifesavers that the water temperature is dropping sharply, so be aware for
Okay.
cramps and
We're
stuff.
under a red flag warning here. It's too windy for there's a risk of fires spreading.
Well, that's no good.
Did you see
Uh,
the logo changed for StreamYard?
this means I miss. Hang on, sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Go ahead.
This sailing has come up and said it's come up. Ad came up in the conversation. Continues. Well, I have to watch and wait to skip the ad. Well, I'm
Mhm.
sorry that. What were we talking about? And I hope you didn't miss it. Another ad. See, look at this. See, I told you.
So when I came onto the computer, I got an ad, but when I was on my phone, I didn't get an ad. And I always go into the studio and select
Okay.
a setting, like an automatic medium setting. I don't know what the default is when StreamYard says turn ads on. That's why I don't mess with it because I stress out about it.
Well, I didn't have this computer on here. Anyway,
It's all an experiment. Did you ever get a new computer, Jonesy?
the answer to that, what do you think? Is a
No.
negative.
I did research to get my own one, and now I wish I would have done it last year because everything's more expensive this year now because of things. And so I'm still also not, I don't have my own new stuff yet either.
Well, you're in good company.
Yeah.
And this old machine here that I'm using is an old Dell, and it's got the original stickers on it are Windows 7, and it has a Core 15, whatever that is, an Intel.
Mhm.
But anyway, it sort of does what it's supposed to do. It's basically for recording audio. That's what this one was all set up for.
Did you move the desk because I talked about your door the other day?
Yes, I moved it. I'm on the other side, so the window is here. I'm on the opposite wall.
Don't come over here. Go over there. I
Yes,
don't
go
want you
over.
on camera. I'm going to talk like this for
Yes.
safety reasons.
Okay, so there's the
Oh,
window,
there's the window. Okay.
and that's where I was. That's where the desk was, right there. And I had to the glare in the morning from and if I put a blind up, that would fix it. But the glare on the screen, you can't read
Okay.
anything. So I thought, you know what, I'll come to this side of the room. So I've moved over to this side of the room,
Mhm.
and the lighting is terrible.
I know.
Yeah, it's just too dark. But that ring light's not just doing it either. It's not working for me.
You'll get it figured out somehow.
Yeah,
You're a professional radio guy, so
yeah,
you'll
well,
get all the video things
yeah,
figured out.
audio is good. Audio is
Yeah.
always good, but the video. Oh yeah, there's my little poster
Yeah,
that
there it is.
the band gave me,
Mhm.
and then that's the humongous poster. It doesn't look humongous, but let me tell you, it is big.
It is when you hold it up to your body. Yep.
Yeah, well, that's what the actual venue said. You can have that if you want it. So I said, sure, awesome. Because you'd be surprised after a music venue has a gig, what do they do with their advertising?
The
stuff?
dumpster.
Yeah, they throw it out.
Mhm.
So if there's a band that you like that they've played somewhere, and then you didn't actually have time to get to the gig, you could always ask them for any of the
Are those
signing.
plants fake, Jonesy?
Which ones?
What? There was 2 chia pet plants next to your try picture.
I'll tell you.
What is going on over there? Oh, Charlie's in the house.
Charlie's in the house. I didn't even know he was down here. Yeah, that one and that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, plastic. There for the 70s. Living in the 70s when you got, what do they say? It's everything's artificial. Can't kill it with a stick. But let me say, the wallabies have decimated my rescue garden.
Well, you kicked him out the other day. Did they come back?
There's one little one. We're calling him Timmy because he's all by himself.
Oh.
And he's a little chunky little monkey. Him and he's a little one, and he's fat. So he's eating. He's doing well. He's probably fat because he's eating all my flowers and garden.
Well, he's not eating your potatoes.
No, no. I've got a whole bunch more of our seed potatoes, and we were talking to the daughter last night about what she wants to do is put them in and put a fence around it, and maybe that's gonna
Like an
have to-
electric fence?
Yeah, no, more like a Fort Knox fence, but it's going to be good on your Ace for sharing out the Ace is paying. She's one of those big spenders on the YouTube Premium. I'm guessing it's probably a good thing. I like, over here right now. When I'm on, they know I'm watching from Tasmania, and they've banned. They're banning greyhound racing.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the dog
Okay,
racing.
gotcha.
So they're banning that. They weren't going to ban it, but the government's there was a big push from the greenies and stuff that is, the animals are not cared for and blah blah blah. They want to do away with it and get rid of it. And there was an election coming up, and he stood for no. I'm not going to ban them. But then he got elected on a minority government, so he has to deal with the Green Party and the independents, and they come to him and said, well, if you want us to help you over here, you got to do something for us, and we want to ban greyhound racing. And that's what they're doing. So I'm getting all these ads on my YouTube now that says it's like a slow motion greyhound running, and then it crashes, and then it limps away, and it's saying get rid of greyhound, like greyhound racing is dangerous, adopt a greyhound, blah blah blah. And
Well, that's so great to see 100 times.
yes, sort of.
My youngest child wants to know if it's hot in Tasmania today.
It's almost the same temperature as what Ace has over in Arkansas. So we were comparing temperatures. It is, let me type in weather. And there is snow in certain areas this time of year, but not here.
That Mark at Self Sufficient Me was so excited that the real gardening season is starting soon for him in the warm place that he's at.
Oh, it's abysmal where he lives. It's just forever. Humidity is terrible. There you go. 59, and we're climbing. What are we now? 15. Yep. So we were 12 when I started. We are now at 15. So the sun's just starting to kick in. When you sit in, when it's a cool morning and the sun creeps over and starts hitting the skin and you feel the warmth.
Yeah.
That's what it's like right now. Like when the sun does get you, it's absolutely fabulous, except for when you've got to have things burned off you or cut out of you when you get the skin cancers. Apart from that, hey, g'day, Bat. Welcome in. And did I see my mate Planet Jonesy. Is he is in as well. So he's over in Indonesia, in Bali at the moment, or wherever you flew into today. You flew somewhere, and actually, his last video, he was at he's at one of his wife's auntie's funeral. And if you want an education about burials in Indonesia, you want to show the children that one because it was pretty interesting, like full on, like an open, like it was like an open cremation. It's really bizarre, like to watch when you're trained. You know, like the funeral system costs you X amount of money, and you got to go in and. But yeah, it was a pretty cool. Like honestly, if the Arnie went out for me to watch that, I'm thinking, look at that. She's high up, being carried around by all these hundreds of people that are there. Everyone's dressed up in their traditional dress, doing their thing, saying their final goodbyes. It was pretty interesting to watch there, my friend Jonesy. And yes, so there is Bats coming in saying hi to everyone. And here we go. Ace has got the same temperature. Look at this. Almost the same. And you do know you're muted. I'm assuming you do know. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have anything to say, so I just stayed muted.
Okay. No, all good. I just thought you might have.
I could talk if you want. Yeah.
I do. I do miss that. Our lovely conversations with, like, I haven't been live for so long now. It's been,
Been a couple
and
weeks again. Yeah.
I've got so much to do actually. Still today, we've got this leaking pipe under the house from the.
No.
Yeah, it's not damaging nothing, but it's hitting the dirt on the, like, it will eventually
Yeah.
cause grief. So I've got to. I tried fixing it yesterday, but I got to. Yeah, got to give it time, and we'll go back this morning under there with all the and just
You
try to
can
get it
access
tonight.
it with your body and get to it?
Yeah, I can walk under there. It's
Okay.
like some parts under the house are 12 foot high, and then as you walk up to the back corner where it's leaking, it's about 4 foot high, but
We
still,
call
it's
that
better
a
than.
basement, I imagine, here.
Well, it's not dug into the ground, but yeah,
Okay.
I could definitely put a room in there. Like I could definitely, but I was down there. I've put carpet in. I've put the carpet that we ripped out of the house to put the floor to shine the floorboards up. I've actually, to get rid of that, I've put that under the house in this area. Like I put the underlay on the dirt. It's just dirt, but I put underlay down and then I put that carpet on top.
Now it's
So
getting wet.
one section of it is, yes, and um, this time of year, and let me say we haven't got the cat anymore. I
Oh, yeah,
found
that's right.
I found a lot of mouse droppings down there, so I've baited everywhere
Okay.
yesterday, and I'm going to go down later and find out if
If you caught anything.
yes, well, we've got traps as well, but the traps don't seem to work. But the baits disappear.
Right,
So
and then there's a body somewhere.
yeah, then the smell turns up, and then yeah,
You pay for your water, I imagine, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so you want that leak taken care of.
The leak is not from that water; it's wastewater.
Oh,
So it's
like
not.
gray water leaving.
It's grey water. Yeah, it's not the sewage. It's the from the sink
Mhm.
to the sewer sort of thing. It's leaking
Yep.
out of that. So
I'm glad you know about it.
yeah, I was trying to fix the. I got movement. Movement is afoot.
Uh-oh. Outside or inside?
Yeah, just through that door there. There's
The
and
white
Charles.
washed out. You gotta have an adjustment on your camera settings or something. It turns into just.
Yeah, I know it's terrible.
Yeah, I'm
But
not giving you advice or anything though.
no,
I
no,
don't know.
this is my test run. I've
Yeah,
just moved it all to here,
yeah.
and then I've gone. I'll just go live this morning for an hour and just see how it all looks, and
Mhm.
just test it as I run. And obviously, this camera here.
Did you not get that one working? That one stopped working the other day. Now it's doing the on off, disconnect, reconnect noise. Oh, that was a new sound.
I'll leave it alone. Next thing you know, the computer will crash. Now, let me have a look.
Yep.
It's not connected.
You're you're like a boss man now? Is that why you get to work all day and then go back to work at night sometimes?
Yes, I am a stupid advisor, is what they call, not a supervisor. A
'Kay,
stupid advisor,
got it.
because you've got to be stupid to do the job. And the other day, I haven't got my phone on me. A tractor, big tractor that does the spreading, spreading of the fertilizer.
Yes.
Or so these are $300,000 tractors. These are really big machines. He's driving down the road from one farm to another farm, and there's a bit of a fall away off the edge of the road, and it's just the fall away is about 3 foot. Like, it's not like a little fall away; it's a big fall away, and it's just on this one section of this road, and there is a major power pole right there. And hey, Peter, good to see you, my friend. And this tractor, he's two wheels, because they're that big for the road. Maybe a car was coming the other way, and he had to just sort of
If you
edge
moved
over a bit.
over, yeah.
He's moved over, and his two wheels went off the edge, and the whole thing just went sideways.
Oh, no.
Straight. His cabin went straight into the pole, and down come wires everywhere, and the pole snapped. And
Oh, there's Andy.
John Hunter
Sorry.
Hospital sucks ass.
How's the food, Andy? I wondered if you were home yet. Jonesy said no.
Yeah, he wasn't home yesterday, but good to see you, Peter. And here is, yes, he's not happy. He wants to get home and self-medicate.
Got to do your walking practices and pass all the tests, and then you can go home.
Yeah. And anyway, long story short, the driver, when we turned up, obviously the ambulances have all gone.
Okay.
The tractor's a mess. The wires, power's been switched off. There's like hundreds of people without power. We turn up, and they say, we get told it's a 4-hour job. This, after I've worked all day, this is an emergency, 3:00, race up to this place, which is like an hour and a half to get there. So I drive there, get there, set it all up. They said the recovery tow truck's coming, and it's not just a normal tow truck. It's like one of those big semi-trailer.
Usually there's like a crane thing on it.
Yeah. And they had to put it on the back of a low loader as well.
Okay.
To get rid of it. And let me say, they finished getting the pole away getting the tractor away at 9 p.m. So from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then they started working on the pole. And let me say, after working all day, at 2 a.m., we were a bit tired. And the boss bloke and the guy running the show says, look, we're not going to finish this job today, but we've made it safe. We'll get half the people back with power because of what we've done. Let's just call it quits because everyone's exhausted. And a fresh crew will come in at 7 a.m. and finish the job. And that's what happened. So
did you film this?
No, it's a sackable offence. But I've got
okay.
Yes, it's got pictures of the tractor. I had to take pictures of it because, geez, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And the guy had a broken leg, and he's lucky he's alive.
Oh, I wondered that next. Okay.
Yeah, because the cabin was completely
That's what hit the pole, you said. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the wires fell everywhere, and it was just
terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jonesy, can you bring Andy some food?
Sure, mate. I'll stick it in a plane and I'll go give Steve a ring. Tell him to come up. I'm sure he would. I wonder if
His kiddo?
no, that's his roomie where he's staying. He's got. He's actually talking about his kiddo. His kiddo just left the Air Force, about the American Air Force, only 6 months ago, a year ago. I'm not sure how long it's been, but it's a little while.
Andy, what'd you order? You getting wings? What food did you ask for the public to bring you? We're just gonna blab all your personal
Yeah.
information out, Andy.
Steve's on his way. See, great minds think alike. There you go. He left in November. Okay. So he left in November. He picked a good time to get out with all this garbage in the world that's going on. And now he's got an Australian passport and he's going to be coming over this way and maybe seeing if he likes living here more than he does over there. So he's got dual citizenships, American and Australian. He's one of the lucky ones, I suppose. But and a lovely guy too. Last time he was over here, we showed him around where we used to live, and he loved the pelicans and the water and the stuff. And
I thought he was here already. I didn't realize he hadn't made it over yet. Or
no,
there,
he's,
I mean.
he's still over in Boston, Massachusetts, and doing some building work apparently out in the cold weather. So there you go. That is the old collective. If you want to see some rants, I'm sure Andy's YouTube channel is going to get a few. You should be getting on there doing some few shorts, Andy. Saying I'm in hospital. Hospital's great. I mean, the hospital sucks. The nurses are great, but the hospital never say nothing bad about the nurses, even
No,
if they
don't
are
ever do
bad, because they got a hard job, I suppose. Here he is. He's in
Durham.
Durham. How do you say that? Durham.
I don't know. What language are we talking?
It's
English?
English. Yeah.
Durham? New Hampshire? New
Yes,
Hampshire? Should we say it how it's spelled or how it's. Mark
Yeah.
says hi, by the way, Jonesy.
G'day, Mark. Hope you're doing well, mate.
He fixed his van today, part of it. Remember how it had
Yeah.
that thing going on? Yeah. So now it can steer, but he needs to replumb all the tubes
Yeah.
for the fluids. Yeah.
Sounds like he's a handy man. It's his day off too, is it?
Today, yes, is a day off for him. Yep.
And he's working. You got him working. You
Well, it
haven't got
is
him.
not that was not my idea. He came up with that all on his own.
Okay.
We've been
Okay.
very busy as a traveling homeschooling family this week. We've had a lot of adventures.
Okay. And where were those adventures? Where did you get to?
Well, we did something I hate doing, which was swimming, and it was inside a pool, which meant chlorine. So that was
All right.
awful, but we survived. We actually did a whole
Don't you
um
love the fresh smell of chlorine?
oh, I just ugh, the back of your throat for the next 2 days, like No, so we took the kids swimming and they've never really had professional lessons. So what
Yeah.
I did was I went to the Red Cross website and the day before we went through 9 lessons of all kinds of water safety. I made sure everyone had shoes and protective equipment for keeping them afloat and went through all the practices of what it was that practices of floating and treading water and getting forward and backwards. So then after that we went to the garden
Yeah.
and then my oldest went and played disc golf. The next day, we went bowling. Is that what we did the next day? That was really fun because we own our own bowling balls. And
Really?
then, yeah, for the kids, they're actually the ones that I used as a little girl. We just have
Okay.
held on to them, so we still have them. And then we went to Target. We do that once a year. So that was not cheap. And then yesterday was nature school, first day back for spring, 2 hours in the woods, 15 degrees Fahrenheit. That was great. Today I'm doing nothing.
15 Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Oh,
It was
man.
windy and terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there you go. Andy says, is it Durham? Is that what? Am I saying
Okay.
that? Am I saying that right, Andy? Durham or Durham? That'll be Durham, I'd say. That's how New Englanders pronounce it. And turn on the taps in Newcastle. That's where Andy lives, and all you smell is chlorine
Right.
and the fluoride. You
The
taste the
the
fluoride and you
fluoride,
smell,
yeah.
and you smell the chlorine.
Yeah.
And don't forget the aluminium, just because it is aluminium and not aluminum. I just thought I'd throw that in.
Did you ever agree to work for some radio show that was trying to get you on?
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of work now.
You are? Okay.
Yeah, just a couple of hours a week. So it's
What's the theme? Is there like a theme?
the theme is whatever I want.
Right on.
Yeah. So no, we're happy. You just do what you do.
You were gonna do a show with Andy.
Yeah, we're talking about doing some stuff. You just got to let him.
He's
Can't have
busy.
him. Yes, he's busy. He's finally. It was good for him to get the operation in really soon
Mhm.
because he had his surgeon had a skiing accident.
Mhm.
He was on the list to get operated on, and the surgeon had an accident, and then he was off. All their patients had to be farmed out to other surgeons, and so he was basically going to go down the list. But luckily, he got through, and the one of the surgeons that he's seen, or a doctor that he's seen, knew him from his back surgery from years ago, and said, "Oh, mate, you're having all these problems. Let's get you fixed up ASAP," sort of thing. Foil too. What's the foil for? What of a foil? Aluminium foil. Isn't it aluminum? Aluminium. Get through this then. Yes, you just got to, once you're right. Yep, that's right, mate. Once you're right. We've got my little weight loss program happening, and I'm out and about marching around in the morning. Today is Sunday. I have Sunday off. Or Sunday off to march anyway, to walk. But where I'm walking in the morning, oh man, it's I think I'm doing really well. Like I'm walking along, I'm walking. This is the best I've walked in ages. And these like two ladies just straight past me, look
They
like they're
pass
going
you.
twice as fast, and I just look around and go, oh, man. And then like another guy walks past me, and he's moving, and like he's just walking, but I'm doing my thing, and he's gone. And I think, how slow am I
You
going?
must
What?
be like a penguin, I guess.
Well,
I don't
I'm
know.
not. I'm just what I'm doing is working, so I'm just keep doing it.
I started walking after every meal, and I'm trying to watch what I eat, but nothing seems to be working yet. But we'll see when summer comes.
It's a very slow progress. The thing is with this is that I said this in my latest video, is that everybody today is the I want it now, and I don't want to pay for it sort of mentality. You know, like the people coming. I don't know what it is today's generation, or everyone expects everything for nothing, but you got to work for these. Like once that penny dropped again, like I seen the doctor, I had the blood. You know, you said go to the doctor, Jonesy, get your blood work done. You know, blah 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 blah. You know how you give me that talk the other week? It wasn't that drastic, but you said that your dad had it. That's the way I pictured it in my mind. Your dad said he's had his blood work done, and they're finding things that they can help him with. So off I go to the doctor. I said, I want a full workout. Tell me what's wrong with me. Blah blah blah. Fix me up. And so we went and done all the tests, mate. Apart from, he said, this way, he sits me down, right? I'm sitting in his office saying, hit me with it, because Have I got prostate problems? Have I got kidney problems? Where's me liver? You know, blah, all these sort of heart problems. He said, mate, you are obese. And I'm thinking, okay. He said, your head, your height to weight ratio is technically obese. So you've just got to lose weight. I said, everything else is good. He said, you've got no, your blood
Oh,
counts.
good. Your organs are okay?
Everything's fine. Everything's, I was expecting to find a prostate problem. I was expecting that, but no. And yeah, nothing floating around that shouldn't be floating around.
Is that a sports reference in the chat?
Yeah, see, I'm wearing a Parramatta
Oh, okay.
Parramatta jumper here.
Like, well,
Parramatta.
he's talking about dragons. We're not talking about food anymore.
His team is the Dragons, and this is
Okay.
my team is Parramatta. Parramatta is Aboriginal for place of eels, and their logo
Mm.
is very interesting.
Mhm.
The electric eels. You wouldn't think an eel would be scary, would you?
Well, it has the word electric in it, so I'm gonna say, yeah, it's scary.
Yeah,
I
well,
live in Minnesota where there's no eels.
they're not too well. We caught it. People eat eels.
Mhm.
They say it's a
Okay.
delicacy, but
Mhm.
man, we caught an eel once fishing in a dam, and it come out. It was huge, big, white. It was round. This like round, a big one, like
Wow.
at least 6 foot long. And we were young, like me and my brother, and we I don't know, being idiots. The farmer said if you catch any eels, get them out of the creek. You can fish there. You can take whatever you want, but if you catch any eels, don't let them live. He said I want them gone. So my brother strings this one up like he's a big one and throws this rock over the tree, and we pull this eel up, and he's sort of hang like we were pretty sadistic kids, I
I was
suppose.
gonna say, did you bring a shovel? Like, what are we doing? Did you dig a hole? No, you threw it up. Okay, got it.
Yeah, and then my brother said once we split him open,
Oh,
the birds will
smell
feed
it.
on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, feed on him, and so we're hitting him with a stick. And let me say, I'm probably 14, 13, I don't know, around there, and we're both smashing it with sticks either side of this eel, which is a dumb thing to do because once he was opened up, it sprayed on us.
Gross.
And it stunk.
Mhm.
We actually couldn't get the smell off, so we jumped in the pond in the dam, and we're trying to muddy water, and we're trying to, who knows what else was in there, but we're trying to. Anyway, we get home. Our dearly departed mother said, "My God, what's that smell?" And then she basically stripped your clothes off, get in the shower, and she put all our clothes in the incinerator out the back and burn them. That's how bad it was. Now there's a story. I haven't. That's a nice memory from a long time ago. But the smell on our skin even was hard to get off. So, moral to that story: do not let eel guts get all over your clothes or your skin or your hair, because. And don't if you want to catch an eel, just clean him normally like people clean fish. And I would never eat an eel, especially after that.
Right.
But the stench was amazing. And to hear my mother do that, and then we had the old 44-gallon drum out the back on bricks, with the holes in them. We used to chuck your rubbish in
Yep.
that you'd burn off. And yeah, that's where our clothes went. She poured a bit of lawnmower juice on there, and up she went. Yeah, good times. Man, that was a while ago.
I haven't had that experience as a mother yet where I had to burn my kids' clothes when they came home. So I'll put that on the
Well,
list.
tell them not to play with eels.
I'll tell them that.
Roll around as much cow dung as you want because it smells fantastic compared to it smells like perfume compared to eels. But yeah, good times. Good times indeed. Yeah. Well, is there? I was running this live just to do a test.
Yeah, we're at the hour
And,
mark here.
yeah, so I'm probably going to call it. Anything you want to say before we leave? You've been
Yeah.
on a number of lives. You've done a lot of
Yeah. For
stuff.
anyone catching this in the replay, I am Shawnee Grows, and in my description of my recent live streams, I have links to interviews that I've been doing with Seed Time, Planner. We talked about gardening here in the north in Minnesota, and then with Ohio Valley Prepping, we talked about gardening in general and how we need to start right now. So I would like you to head over there and check out those links, please.
Yes, and one of the very nice people you're ever going to meet on the YouTube world is Shawnee Grows. So as she says there, learn as you grow. Definitely get over there and check that out. I've learned a lot just through watching Shawnee's channel. Let me say, Shawnee, too, you know your guests that you get on regularly.
Did
You
you
don't
see
need
the new guests I had on
yes,
Thursday?
yeah, yes, but we'll just go back to your regular guests, but we won't say who they are.
Okay.
But they just don't stop. They just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
They just don't stop. It's just like a barrage of information. And then they're thinking of the next thing to say even before they finish saying what they've said. And then the other one comes on and says a few things and steps back. And then the other one just gets bang, bang, bang. And you're just up there in the corner going.
It's a real good time. It really fills the hour when there's other people to talk.
It does. But I watch that and I go, oh, man, that's she'd make a great radio personality. It just doesn't stop.
Radio, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But you got to have, as they say in the classics, yeah, you got to have the face for radio. Yeah, definitely. But hey, I'd like to thank everybody for coming in.
Sailing, he is carnivore.
Yes, not quite. I'm
Okay.
sort of part carnivore, which I've done it for a while. I just can't stick to it. I just don't get me wrong. I love, like last night I had a lovely well, let me say last night I actually had a chicken stir fry, but the night before I had a porterhouse or a New York cut, whatever you want to call that, cut of steak, and then the day before that I had usually Scotch fillet, or I'm not sure what the Americans call Scotch fillet, but it's one of the top cuts. And like I'm a meat guy from way back, working in the butcher shop and stuff.
Ribeye steak is a Scotch
Ribeye,
fillet.
that's it, ribeye. Yeah, and it definitely feels you like the more protein you get, the less hungry you are, and that definitely works. I can feel, you feel that straight away. And before I didn't really appreciate it, but now I'm sort of walking and doing my thing. It seems to be that's the thing. A good steak at night. Yeah, don't eat crazy. Have something during the day to keep you smart and alert. And yeah, just keep moving. It's not exercising; it's moving. If you think about it as exercise, you probably won't do it. But moving is the thing. If you just want to park the car at the shops, you park it at the furthest location and walk all the way to the shop, and then go back to your car, if that's what you got to do. But that little things make the big things happen. But yeah, if you get a chance, check out a couple of my videos. I'm getting views on the Tasmania, talking all things Tasmania, but I'm trying to try something else to get more views. So people love the Tasmania conversation, so I'm going to try to keep that on.
Okay.
On probably on tour with Radio Jonesy, and then Radio Jonesy is just going to be more things about the general things of life. Even though, how's the fuel situation going for you guys?
So
Because here it's nearly
was it
doubled it.
337? Oh, hold on.
Yeah, but we're talking gallons over here. So let me just get the gallons, and gallons to liters is the
Yeah, it
conversion.
definitely went up, and I was looking at unleaded, not diesel.
Yeah.
But there's definitely going to be a huge ripple effect.
Well, diesel right now, right here in this part of Tasmania, is $3.30 a litre. So how many litres in a gallon?
3.78 liters in 1 gallon?
Okay, so you multiply $3.30 by 3.78, and that's how much a gallon we're paying for a litre of diesel.
Like 11.25? Did I do that right? I
Yeah,
don't know.
that'll be right. Yeah, that's why we're paying a gallon here for diesel,
Let's see.
because it's unleaded is $2.60 a litre at the moment. It was only $1.40 or something, a little bit. Yeah, thanks, Pat. I appreciate you.
Where's the diesel price? Yeah, we're seeing like 3.59, which is not okay at all for a van.
Yeah,
It was half a tank. Half a tank was it $75?
Yeah, I had a rant yesterday. My fuel gauge was just in the Jeep. My fuel gauge for unleaded was just in between quarter and a half, and I'm not using the Jeep now because I got a company car. So
what?
Yes. Anyway, that's another story.
Okay.
But I thought I'd better fill it up because even though the price is high now, they're talking about rationing and all sorts of stuff. So I'm just going to fill it up, and it's out the front. It's going to be full.
Mm-hmm.
So from that, in between half and three quarters, I put in $83 yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was like, usually it takes $60 to fill it when it's normal prices. And it was 83, and it wasn't even, it was just under
it wasn't
half.
even low, you know what I mean?
No. Yeah. And I had a bit of I was thinking about it as I'm driving to where I was going yesterday. And I just said, you know what, put the camera on. I've had a gutful of this stuff, and I just had a bit of a rant. So if you want to watch an old bloke have a rant, that's on tour with Radio Jonesy. I put a good thumbnail up. It's got our Prime Minister. He's a bloody dingbat. He should not be.
How many years do you have left of the dingbat?
Unfortunately, probably 2, maybe even more.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
So your company vehicle means they pay for the gas?
Oh, yeah, I got a fleet card. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the card. Yeah.
And being a company vehicle too, it'll be if rationing comes in, we get priority because we're emergency services, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
And like the boss said, if you need to anyway, I'll tell you off air what he said, but it's all good news.
Yeah, we're a farming agricultural community, so fuel is a whole thing.
Yeah,
for us.
You know what? This is the big thing. Everything goes by truck. I don't care what even if you're a local farmer, you're going to move your stuff from one location to the market, or from your tractor to the shop that you're going to use it at. You're going to be using fuel. So everything's going to go up. Like the standard package that you buy on Alibaba or Gumtree or wherever you go shopping, Craigslist or whatever. Not Craigslist, but all the places you go shopping.
That shows your age right there, Craigslist.
Yeah. Anyway, all the stuff you go shopping with. Well, it's got to get to a point from where they're going to send it to you, and that person doing that delivery is not going to do it now for the rate that he was doing it. He's going to do it for a lot dearer.
Steve just arrived. Yeehaw!
Yes, good old Steve. Say
It
hi to
goes
Steve for me.
it goes deeper than that though, Jonesy. Like there's museums to teach children all the things that are made out of soybeans and corn that are in your
Yeah,
household. So if the price of farming that goes up, all those goods go up. The
yeah,
package that your produce is in is a petroleum-based wrapper.
yeah,
Now not all farmers, because I'm not going to go on a tangent about this, but most farmers are still using unconventional methods and using a petroleum-based fertilizer on their fields. And if they haven't already contracted it or had it on site, it's tripled in price. So that means it'll trickle down to you too.
yeah. That's it. Exactly. Everything's and the beauty of the whole scenario now is that America is starting to say, we'll sell you our oil instead of getting it from wherever you can't get it from now, going through that Strait of Hormuz, from
Yeah, we still have to
Iran.
have a refinery do it, but yeah.
Yeah, but well, because our prime minister said, "Pretty please, we need help."
Oh,
Albany, like Trump's sending two big tankers full of diesel to Australia right now,
okay.
so they'll be here in a matter of weeks. But that's only to keep like an area like Sydney, New South Wales going for another, I don't know, fortnight,
Well, I
a
thought your
month.
prime minister went and shook hands with China and made a dealio. That didn't happen.
They've just made it. He's just made a deal now with the EU. So
Okay.
he's made a free trade agreement with the European Union.
Hmm.
So now our meat gets sold there with no extra fees or charges, and their stuff can come here free with no extra, like at that,
Oh, no tariffs.
no tariffs at all. There's nothing. So he's all going, "Oh, look what I've done for you. I've made this free trade agreement, yada yada
Oh
yada,"
boy, he
and
wants his cupcake.
we're gonna get dumped all this crap, and yeah, it's he just doesn't know what he's doing. You know what, Trump? He does. I don't even know how to take that one, Andy. Even if pissed off at our government, he
Oh,
loves it.
because of how you're reading it, you mean?
Yeah,
Trump loves Australians. He doesn't like Australian government, is what I got out of it.
more than likely, you're pretty much on the.
And he says the meat there is better than America. Depends on the farmer, but I will believe you.
Yeah, yeah. You got to come to Tasmania. Check out
Yeah,
the prime.
Minnesota farms.
Look, if you can get any meat from a homegrown. Oh, by the way, too, export markets now are like Tasmanian exports can't get to where they had to go because of all this crap. So they've all left on a ship or ships. They've all come back. So now we're getting flooded with the export produce, which is top quality stuff, for our local market. So we're going to have a lot of. We're going
You
to have a
won't
lot.
see Omaha steaks at my house, Andy. No.
What's the problem with Omaha?
Oh, I'll have to see if my gains report has your stuff in it. I get a gains report so I can see kind of what's going on with different countries and what they're exporting and how their profits are going.
Yeah,
And I'll have to keep an eye out for your stuff.
yeah. Well, it's on like our local news. Like we get the national news, and then we get our local news for our state, and our local news gives you like trivial stuff. Like for most of the country, it's pretty trivial, but for us, it's fairly interesting. If you want to check out the Tasmanian news, check out 7 News Tasmania on. They got a nice YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure Channel 9 Tasmania has got the local news as well, and they've got. But the news here is pretty interesting. Like there was like a person arrested for, I don't know, playing up, doing something wrong, but it's trivial, and it's on the news, and you wouldn't even. Yeah, 7 News Tasmania. That's the best one I watch.
Okay.
I mean, if you're gonna watch local stuff in Tasmania, and if it's edited down for YouTube, and it's probably about a 13-minute video, or a half an hour news is cut back to. Yeah.
Do you have a video that says if you want to come to Tasmania, where should you go? What should you do with your time?
Have I done one?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay.
It's,
Hey, Devil Dog.
Hey, Devil Dog.
A lot of people are gonna go to that game that in that year coming up in Australia, rugby or whatever. And there's people that say this is my life opportunity to go to Tasmania, and so they're gonna be looking for.
But so many people are doing it, and do it much better than I do.
Oh, okay.
But if you've just got to put in Tasmania into the search bar, and you can get all sorts of stuff. But then it's the specific areas, like different, the northwest, the south, the east coast, the west coast. Everything's different here. Like the west coast is wild and woolly, and the Indian Ocean just pounds against the roaring 40s, like the wind's just smashing them, and their driftwood could be from anywhere around the world. It floats for miles and miles and miles until it smashes against the island. And yeah, it's pretty bizarre and so different. And then you go to the east coast, which is the exact opposite, and it's on the bottom end of the Pacific Ocean and the Tasman Sea, and it's just island paradise, but cold or cool. Like you'd look at that and you'd think I'm in the Bahamas or something. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, but it's completely different from the west coast. And then you go down south, and that's where the weather systems come up from the South Pole, and it's rugged coastlines, big rivers, massive forests. Just it's an unbelievable place, and like up the top here is all the farmlands, relatively flatter than everywhere else, and the weather system is sort of, we're buffered by the mainland of the country, so there's Bass Strait in between us, and that's why the surf here isn't that great. That's why the waves aren't that big at the beach. But apart from all that, I'd definitely recommend the northwest, all the stuff you can do up this end from Launceston up to Smithton and everywhere in between. Yes.
Well, we were gonna end this live, and we're still going. Hello, everybody. There's 5 watching. There's some hats for merch coming up.
Charlie. He's playing with that.
Oh, that's what he was playing with? Uh-oh.
That one's got special Charlie DNA. If anyone wants that hat.
Hey, Johnny. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Good boy.
Yeah, he's at an age now where he doesn't want to be picked up. He just wants to do his own thing.
Are you going to get him a friend?
The daughter said she is, so I'm just leaving that with her.
Okay.
I am. What can I pinch out of this cupboard here? He's thinking.
When's her trip?
These cards, Japan.
Mm-hmm.
A few months away now, but
April, May. Is it June?
Maybe August. I think.
Oh, that's like, okay, never mind.
It's a birthday. So yeah.
All right.
But there he is. That's the main man, the star of the show. Yeah, I found a bit of sunshine to lay in. Look at that. Oh yeah, I'll just take that like a cat. But anyway, Shawnee, thanks for popping in.
You're welcome.
And look at that view again. There you go. Actually, this camera looks all right looking out that window this time of day. Usually it doesn't do any good at all. But anyway, I got my little spy glasses here.
I
and
see
my
that. I was just looking at that.
crystal in between them. That's the crystal there. But, yeah, I got. Anyway, I'm doing things down here that I normally didn't do. So, thanks again for coming in and sharing your knowledge and time and wisdom with us.
hmm It's always a great conversation with Jonesy.
Oh yes, and there's always stories. There's one story you heard about peels today that
I
you
love
learnt
peeling stories out of the
out of the memory banks.
treasure chest of Jonesy. Yeah. Somebody was saying gold went down and then went back up again. Did you buy in the dip?
No, I don't trade in gold. I should go out and get it out of the creeks.
Yeah.
This is a bit of pride and joy.
Rugby league football.
Yeah.
From May the 19th. I can't read it.
37.
37. Okay.
1937. It's got to be worth some money, I reckon.
You know, everything's worth money to the right buyer.
Yeah. Like, look at the ads. Get a cigar into, cigars.
Buy Planet Jonesy.
Johnny Walker. Yeah, see you, Jonesy. I'm just waffling now. But, So see you can't see it. I see the top I'm wearing. Oh, there's.
Okay.
That's Mick Cronin from 1977. He's a legend from Parramatta. Yeah, I got all sorts of junk. 1977. That's just been sitting at my place all this time. All right, Shawnee. Thanks everyone. Jonesy, Ace, Andy, Devil Dog. Thanks for popping in right at the end. And everybody, old man Peter, thank you, my friends. Until we meet again on the next live, this is Shawnee Groves and Radio Jonesy saying farewell, goodbye, and ciao. Go out with a